morning, friends. It is day 4 of Romance-a-thon. And yeah, yesterday I did my 24-hour social media detox. I actually have like 15 more minutes before I can get back on social media. The only thing and the only like rule that I broke is that I did want to support my friend Jessie on her reading sprints last night. So I did log in for that from about it was about 7 o'clock until like 9:15. But yeah, I didn't watch any other YouTube videos. I was just tuned into the reading sprints, and I got to talk to a couple of people that were in the live chat, and I got to read. So I wanted to just catch you up on everything. I did end up reading some more of 40 Love by Olivia Dade, and I am currently on chapter 19. So I'm definitely on track to finish this like before the week is done. I'll probably either finish it like tonight or tomorrow. I'm not really dedicating any of my like normal reading time for the readathon for this. I am not enjoying this as much as Teach Me, and I'm unsure why this is part of the something about Marysburg series. Yes, she wants to be a principal at Marysburg High, but at least so far the entire novel has been set in Florida. And she's on this like vacation with her friend and for her birthday and stuff like that. So I'm not sure like if we're ever gonna make it back to Marysburg or what. Yeah, there's just something about it that's not like jiving with me as much. I don't know if it's like one of the characters or just like their chemistry or what. So it's definitely something I'm gonna have to think about. On my TBR, I have 3 more books. I have The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros, Meet You in the Middle by Devin Daniels, and The Girl He Used to Know by Tracey Gravis. And I think I'm gonna try to read this one today because I really do want to read The Last Letter, but yesterday's book was really emotional, and I don't know if I should hop right back into another emotional read. So I'm going to read this one and then maybe this one tomorrow if I can finish this one, but I should be able to do that because it is fairly short. I get a bookmark for it. That's what I gotta do. Here we go. Oh no, that's chapter 3. Oh, short chapters. I like that. I thought I would go ahead and log back onto social media. Ooh, Colleen Hoover announced a new book, Reminders of Him. It's coming 3/8/22. So I need to save that. Maybe that's a book that Jacqueline and I can read for the podcast next year. One of the women in my book club was a synchronized swimmer. I can totally see that. Oh my gosh. Guys, the book exchange is open in Chesapeake. I'm going. Ah! That's today, right? Today's the 15th. Oh my gosh, that's what we're doing today, guys. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I haven't even started my book. I just went through and watched videos and responded to comments and did Instagram and Facebook and Marco Polo and updated my apps and checked my email and posted a poll in my book club. And now I'm doing my little books completed so far, and I just need to email that to myself so I can post that on Instagram. And then I am hoping to read, it's almost 9 o'clock and the book exchange opens at 10. Oh my gosh, you guys, the book exchange is in Chesapeake. It's literally in walking distance, but we're not doing that. I mean, it would be a long walk, but I could walk there. But yeah, we're not doing that. Open. Oh my gosh, that's where I'm going today. I'm so freaking excited. I'm so excited about the book exchange that I like cannot contain my excitement. There's about an hour before it opens. I'm going to try to read some of my book. I mean, I need to get started if I'm gonna read this today, but I already have 2 bags of books set aside that I'm unhauling and taking to the book exchange. So there will probably be a book haul in this video because I'm just so freaking excited. Going to the book exchange. This side of books. This side of books. Hopefully they need some of those. I'm really excited / nervous to go because it's a grand opening. Before we get going to the book exchange, I thought I would give you a quick reading update. Don't need that. Okay, I have been reading. I am on chapter 12, page 61. So I've read 61 pages. I'm really enjoying it. It is told in dual perspective, dual timeline. So basically, Annika and Jonathan knew each other in college, or they met in college, and now it's 10 years later and they're in Chicago. And Annika is, I don't know exactly what her medical diagnosis is. She just doesn't seem to do well in like social situations, and she's sensitive to like smell and touch and crowds and all of that. So if I had to guess, I would say like some form of autism, maybe Asperger's, something along those lines. Seems really like uncomfortable in social situations, and I think that they were kind of a couple maybe in college. It hasn't made it too clear exactly what went down, but something definitely did go down. All right, we have made it to the book exchange. All right, you guys already know I got so many books, and I don't think I did like a real deep dive of their inventory. I was trying to send Jacqueline some books because I know she's collecting her favorites now, and I was like, how about this? How about this? But she must be on a walk or something like that. Some books that I picked up: 𝒔𝒂𝒗𝒆 by Catherine Center. I've never read anything by this author before, but I definitely wanted to give it a go. A lot of these are just ones that, oh my God, look, Pumpkin by Julie Murphy. I am so freaking excited. I have read Dumpling, but I haven't read Puddin'. So, and then I can read Pumpkin. I mean, oh, look at that spine. Oh my God, you guys, I'm so happy. Oh, I also found a Jasmine Guillory that I don't have, Royal Holiday, and it's sparkly. Oh, it's her dress and her name, like the author's name, but I'm so excited I found that. Then I picked up a few book of the months. Nothing to See Here by Kevin Wilson. Digging in the bag. Oh, I saw this one, Summer of '69 by Ellen Hilderbrand. Never read anything by this author before. I remember this, I think this was a book of the month pick at some point, like maybe last year, and I almost got it, but I ended up skipping that month. So yeah, I have it now. So there's that. My battery is dying, so let me go through the rest as quickly as I can. The Kindest Lie. The Last House Guest by Megan Miranda. Miracle Creek by Angie Kim. And I think one more, no, two more. All right, two more. I got Sourdough by Robin Sloan and Dear Edward by Anne. I'm not sure how to say the last name. That's the book haul. Apparently everybody had the idea to get Starbucks right now. I am back from the book exchange. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. I did stop at Starbucks. I got us the refreshers made with lemonade. We got the mango dragon fruit. I got one for my husband, one for me, and we also had the egg bites. I had the egg whites with roasted red pepper, and he had the bacon and Gruyere cheese. And you're sitting on my stack of books that I got at the book exchange. I made a TikTok of it, and I also made a reel on Instagram of it. So if you want to check out what it looks like inside and stuff, definitely check that out. You can follow me on Instagram at Lavender Mud. You can follow me on TikTok at Lavender Mud. And yeah, that's very exciting. Let me know if you've had this and what your favorite Starbucks drink is. I might go back tomorrow and order what you guys suggest. So if you have a suggestion for a Starbucks drink that you think I would like, let me know. I'm open to trying anything. Great news, it's actually really sunny outside now. So I actually am gonna go outside and read for a little bit. I'll take you to my usual spot in the backyard on our porch, our deck that we're getting replaced at some point, hopefully, because yeah, it's in bad shape. Guys, so I was sitting outside minding my business, reading my book. I made it to page chapter 16, page 111, and I was like, man, it is so hot. Let me go inside and cool off. I come inside and I'm like, it's hot in here. Why is it hot in here? Why is my phone not connecting to the Wi-Fi? Is the Wi-Fi down? Our power's out. It's update time. I am currently on page 218, so I have just a little bit left to go, and I thought I would update you on a couple of things. So remember I was saying about how Annika, I thought she was like autistic or maybe had Asperger's. On page 195, it does talk about that a little bit, and her therapist Tina said, so it's a quote, I'm just going to read it to you. It says, Tina said, I'm probably on the autism spectrum, high functioning, but still, I can get tested to find out for sure, but why? It's not going to change anything. And then it goes a little bit more in depth, but I just want to leave you with that. So there is no official diagnosis, but I definitely think that there is autism rep in here. I want to seek out Own Voices reviews for this. So if you know of any Own Voices reviews for this book, The Girl He Used to Know by Tracey Gravis, definitely let me know in the comment section down below, because I want to check those out. I am enjoying it. I think that Annika is a super lovable character, and I also really like Jonathan as well, but for some reason I don't know if I like them together. And maybe it will change my mind at the end, but like I said, it is told in dual POV, dual timeline, when they were in college, now 10 years later. And yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it. I like the characters. The writing is easy and stuff like that. I just don't know how I feel about the rep, and I don't know, like I said, how their chemistry is, but I'll finish it up. I'll give you my final rating and we'll go from there. I did finish reading The Girl He Used to Know by Tracey Gravis, and I'm really sad, but I'm gonna be rating this story 2 out of 5 stars. Up until the last, I'll say like 50 pages or so, I was pretty much set on a 3 stars. And then the last 50 pages happened, and although it did bring out some emotions in me, and I will get into that bit in a minute, it didn't fit with the vibe of the rest of the book. It kind of came out of left field, and I felt like that the author used that as a way to pull more emotion into the story and make the reader like feel more things. And the ending was just weird, like where it stopped. I was like, what? I don't know. So I think my last update, I said that Annika was saying that her therapist did think that she was on the autism spectrum, but she didn't really want to get tested because, like, what would that prove or whatever. But then Jonathan was talking to her and was like, you know, maybe you should. And she ended up going for the evaluation after all. And doctor said the testing shows that you fit the criteria for someone who has an autism spectrum disorder. You're very high functioning and likely employ a number of coping strategies and workarounds, but there are things we can do to make it easier to manage your everyday life. I believe you're also suffering from a generalized anxiety disorder and that it's causing more difficulty for you than just being on the spectrum. And that totally makes sense to me, and it was obvious to me that the author was writing this autistic character. In the acknowledgement section, there was a shout out to Hillary Faber. Thank you for lending me your expertise and experience in working with students who are on the autism spectrum. You helped make sure that Annika's character portrayal was authentic, and I appreciate it so much. That's still not getting an autistic person's perspective. That's getting someone that works with autistic people. I don't know. The fact of the matter is the writing was pretty bland, even though I loved Annika's, I like the rep in it, and there definitely needs to be more of that in romance. I just didn't think that these characters had personality like, you know, Annika did, but Jonathan really didn't. And since it was told in dual perspective, I almost don't like how their relationship started in college and then how it like started again. And also, surprisingly, I couldn't really tell. It did have dates at the top of the chapters, like it would say Annika, like if they were in college and what year it was and all of that. But as I was reading the chapter, I would forget what I was reading from. Like, so the two timelines didn't feel that different unless they were like in college at the tournament, the chess tournaments or something like that. Another thing I will say is that I want to talk a little bit about a spoiler about the end of a book, but it's also kind of a trigger warning. So again, I'm going to leave trigger warnings at the very bottom of the description box of this video as far as this. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to say it. So if you don't really want to hear the end, or if you just want to check the description box to see what I'm talking about, then maybe come back to this part. But otherwise, thank you for joining me. I hope you all had a lovely day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. But okay, so 9/11 happens in here. And even though the dates are clearly defined as I'm reading, it didn't click in my head that it was 9/11 and that Jonathan was going to New York and he was going to be at the World Trade Center when the towers were hit. And so there was a lot of discussion about that, and that is what made me emotional, because I remember exactly where I was and what I was doing when the towers were hit. I actually myself did see the second plane hit the South Tower, and I don't have anybody connected with that event, but just as the United States, that was a huge thing. That was a huge moment in history. It's one that we'll never forget, and it does bring out those emotions in you. But like, why was that in this book? Why? I don't understand. And so of course she has him on the phone at first, and then she doesn't have him on the first. And then I started thinking about, okay, hold up. No matter which way she takes this, I'm not gonna like it. If he dies because of what happened in the World Trade Center, I'm gonna be mad that it was in there and he died and they don't end up together. But that's also very realistic, because there are hundreds and thousands of people that didn't make it out. But then I was like, but then if he does make it out, he was one of the lucky ones. You know, he was one of the lucky people that made it out. One of the few people that made it out. You know, he was the 1% that made it out. And I can't get over that. I just can't. So for that reason, that's why it's getting 2 stars. I'm not going to tell you what ended up happening because that is a spoiler, but just know that it does have a large chunk at the end is about that, and it's horrible to read about. I watched it on the news for weeks. There was nothing else on TV when that was happening, and it's awful. And I mean, yes, every year that it comes up, I do think about it, but like, even though the date was like coming up in the book, like it wasn't clicking for me. So yeah, so this just left a really bad taste in my mouth. Like I said, I do appreciate that the main character is autistic and has anxiety disorder, but I don't appreciate the writing and how the end was just trying to, I just don't understand the point of that. I don't know why that had to be in there and what point it was to serve, but I didn't like it. So 2 stars for this one. Hoping tomorrow will be better. Sorry to end on such a sour note, but I had an amazing day. I went to the book exchange, the new book exchange that's right down the road from me, which is gonna be so dangerous. I had a great little like snack from Starbucks, and yeah. Other than that, you know, it is what it is. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed day 4 of Romanceathon, and we'll check back in tomorrow for day 5 of Romanceathon. I literally have no idea what I'm gonna read, so stay tuned for tomorrow's vlog. Bye!